been raining hard, and it's only when it rains hard that my leaf roots. What is wrong with your leaf? Your leaf! Where they're hard. This is true. Hey y'all. It is Monday of week 28, which is week 4 on our semaglutide compound. If you are new to my channel, I was previously on Wegovy for 24 weeks. I had the 6-month bridge card, which made Wegovy only $25 a month. And when that expired, my insurance coverage for my prescriptions only kicks in after a $4,500 deductible has been met, and prescriptions do not count as part of your deductible. So because of that, I pretty much have no prescription drug coverage at all because we never meet our deductible. So I had to find a way to make Wegovy affordable for me, because the biggest discount card that they have on their website is only $500 off, and the drug retails for anywhere from $1,300 to $1,800. So obviously paying more than $1,000 a month, $800 to $1,000 a month was not feasible for me. So if you have questions about what compounding pharmacies are, what a semaglutide compound is, you can click on this video over here and that will give you some more details. I am basically 4 weeks into this compound journey, and it's been kind of an up and down battle. Things on Wegovy were they were up and down, but not to the extent that the compound has been. I'm doing my best to be patient and allow my body to adjust. There has also been a lot going on in my life in the last 3 weeks that could have impacted my weight loss. So it's difficult for me to say that it's just been the Wegovy, or excuse me, the semaglutide compound. So I have 3 full refills of the drug, which means I have 12 weeks total. And again, this is my 4th week to give this a shot and see if it's going to continue to work as well as the Wegovy was for me. So I'm basically just kind of in a waiting game. I'm continuing to do what I need to do on the diet front. And I'm just kind of trying to be patient and realize that, you know, having already lost almost 70 pounds, your body goes through periods of time where our bodies in general like to be in homeostasis. Like they want to maintain a weight. And when you've been at a certain weight for decades, you know, I mean, I've been on and off diets and I've gone like this, but I always end up back, you know, in those mid 300s. Your body really likes being at that version of a stasis. And so you're kind of fighting against your biology at a certain point, and that's kind of why you start to see stalls, is your body is like, no, I want to stay the same. But if you're patient and you just keep with it, eventually your body will start to realize that you're not going to allow it to go back to that place, which is kind of, I feel like, where I partly am at. It's disappointing because I'm at a point in my journey where I thought, even though I have lost a ton of weight, and I'm not disappointed at all in that, I thought I would be further along at this point based on how fast I was losing in the beginning, but it has definitely slowed down. So I'm doing my best to remain positive and not trying to dwell on the fact that I have slowed down, and that especially since switching to the compound, things have been just a lot more up and down, and I'm trying to remain positive about that. It is the exact same drug. So there is the possibility that maybe my body doesn't like the rapid dissolve sublingual, that I may be better off going back to the subcutaneous injection. It is more expensive because there's a lot more that they have to do. They have to maintain a sterile lab in order to produce the injection, because it's going straight into your system. So it's a more expensive process for them to go through in order to create the injection. And then of course you have all the extra materials of, you know, needles and syringes and all of that stuff. So it's not hugely more expensive, but it's enough of a difference that I definitely have to think about it. So as I said, I have 12 doses. I've already taken 3, so I'm down to 9 doses of the sublingual tablet, and I'm going to continue taking those. And probably when I've got a couple weeks left is when I'll make my decision about what I'm going to do. I did actually make a call to Wegovy several weeks ago to see if they ever sponsor people or, you know, have affiliate partners or anything like that, since I was so successful in losing weight, and you know, my channel is gaining quite a bit of quite a bit of traction thanks to you guys. So I was hopeful that maybe I would hear something back from them, but I haven't heard anything, and I don't think I will. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna keep taking the compound, and we're gonna hope that my body decides to cooperate. This last week, if you didn't see that video, definitely click on it up here. Nikki, I hosted her baby shower, and that has been consuming my attention, my focus, my everything for the last month at least. So now that that is over, I'm hoping to once again get back into some state of normalcy. She's due in a month, and my nephew is getting married in a month. So I'm going to be hopefully here for Abby's birth, and then I will be going to California for, I think, like 6 days with my husband, to be there for my nephew's wedding and to visit with family and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna pretty much the way this pill works, I put a sip of water underneath my tongue. If you do a rapid dissolve tablet, please make sure you put a little bit of water underneath your tongue. The first week I did not know that, and I just put the pill directly under my tongue. It leached all the surrounding, like, moisture from all the surrounding tissue, and it left a very painful sore in my mouth that lasted for about a week. So if you don't have enough moisture in your mouth to dissolve the tablet on its own, which most people wouldn't, then it can do that. So you just leave a little bit of a sip of water underneath your tongue, and I break the tablet a little bit in my fingers and just hold it under my tongue for about 5 minutes or so. And during that time, it will dissolve completely, and you actually absorb the drug directly through the tissue on the bottom of your tongue. And then you just kind of swallow all of the dissolved stuff, and then that's it. That's really all there is to it. It definitely takes longer than doing the injection, but you don't have to mess with the needles. It's a little easier to travel with. It does still need to remain refrigerated because it is semaglutide. So, but I would assume just like regular semaglutide, it's okay being out of refrigeration for a certain period of time. So anyway, I feel like I'm being really rambly this morning. My brain is still just kind of scrambled from this weekend and still just kind of trying to recover. So today is going to be kind of a catch-up day. I have some catching up to do on cleaning from cooking I did over the weekend, and just a huge wagon full of not decorations, but you know, stuff that I took over to Nikki's that I need to put back away in my house. So I'm hoping to have some time to sort of work on organizing my house and my life and getting things ready for getting back into the swing of some Python schooling that I've been working on for the last couple of years. I'm hoping to get into, it's a career change for me. Working on becoming a Python programmer. So I've been studying Python for a little over 2 years, well, close to 3, but I didn't get real serious about it until about 2.5 years ago. So, and it's been very on and off, especially in the last 6 months as I've been really focused on my health journey. I haven't really worked on that much at all. So anyway, I'm so grateful for you guys as always. I hope you're having an awesome week so far, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Good morning. Oh, don't wave too drastically. Oh, you got Prego nails.
I do.
Yeah.
I also have carpal tunnel.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, this morning we're going to all the places. We're going to Sam's Club to pick up my Sam's Club order, and then we're going to Once Upon a Child. Oh, wow. I was trying to think of the because Once Upon a Child, I kept sending her OUAC because I didn't want to
type it out because it's
I didn't want to type it because it was so long. And so then, like, last night I was looking at it and I was like, After that, then we're gonna go to lunch at
hold on, they need to guess.
Oh.
Okay, I mean, they're gonna find out anyways, but okay, you guys need to guess. Out of, there are really only 2 places that we go. Okay, is it number 1, Dos Salsas, or is it letter B, Temple 22? We should make them wait like the few seconds that they're gonna wait to see. Or is that too much for you?
We'll forget.
We'll forget.
We will. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not. Okay. Okay, we will. We will. Okay, who guessed what? And then I tell you now, if you guessed Temple 22, you would be right. You know, when you make that face, you usually have to fart.
No, I did not.
And you make that face because it's hot. And it scares me.
Yeah, and it's raining, so I wouldn't be able to roll down the
Oh, the thing. Oh,
What's wrong?
it's just there's lots of red. I remember I had the PTSD for getting rear-ended. So.
Remember that one time where I was like, yeah, but it hasn't been raining hard, and it's only when it rains hard that my leaf roots.
What is wrong with your leaf? Your leaf.
Words are hard.
This is true. And to do good, as long as they live. Also, everyone should eat and drink and take pleasure in all his toil. This is God's gift to man.
Yes.
No.
You know what else you could do? You could say that that's permission from God for emotional eating.
That's you, B.
I'll be like, see, God said it's okay for me to be fat because I was having a bad day and I should eat and drink in my toil.
Oh my God.
See, you can twist things any kind of which way if you're dedicated enough.
Yes, sir. His name is Jason.
I assumed that was the case because he didn't act weird when you called him that.
Yep. I like to pay attention to people's name tags and call them by their names because...
Yeah, except for when I worked in jobs where I had name tags and people called me by my name, I always got real paranoid because I was like, why do you know my name? And then I was like, oh yeah, I got a name tag. What was that?
That's funny.
Oh.
Me laughing at the funny part.
Oh.
When you were standing outside today, when Helios was going to the bathroom, I was like standing beside you and like, she's so skinny.
Melody called me yesterday all doped up on
Oh my gosh.
Jeff, so they call us on a video call and Jeff was like, hi, Melody wanted to call you, and I can see in the background that they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
And
did you like how I said, let me know how Murphy's doing?
he turns the camera towards her and she's laying on the bed like this and she's got a freaking like a thing over her eyes. It looks like one of those nun, like the old nun habits. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, did you join the convent? She was like, no. She's so drugged.
Why'd they put her on drugs?
She was in a ton of pain.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because she fell and they thought she broke her finger because her finger went two different ways. She was walking in the garden.
Shut up! Shut up!
Only my
sister.
Was
walking.
She was walking in the garden close to the pool, and there are those stepping stones. And she stepped on one, and they weren't even wet. She just stepped wrong, and then her ankle twisted, and then she went down and literally hit everything on the way down.
You and I fall. We fall. She falls. It looks like she fell downstairs.
But she's like all slurry and stuff, and we're talking sort of. And then she says, "Oh my God, Mindy, you're so skinny." She's just like, so she just goes on for like 5 minutes about how skinny I am. You've gotten so skinny since the last time I saw you. What happened? What are you doing?
Okay, we're gonna go grocery shopping now, guys. Bye.
She's stuffed deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring.
She said, I'm not crying, I'm ordering my meal.
We did it. Okay, guys. It's been real. And it's been nice. It hasn't been real nice.
No, it has.
No, it has been real nice.
All right, guys, we've got a much bigger grocery haul this week because we ain't got no more leftovers. Yay! Okay, so I've got some baked cheddar and sour cream potato chips. I've never tried these before, but they're a little bit lower calorie, and I'm going to be making some chicken Caesar pitas next week, so I thought that or chicken Caesar wraps, I thought these would be yummy to eat with that, so I'm going to try those. And then I have some granulated onion and granulated garlic. If you don't buy your spices from a bulk spice aisle, if you have a bulk spice aisle in your grocery store, definitely worth it. This is, you know, a pretty substantial amount. This was $1.26 for garlic and 96 cents for onion. That same amount would have cost me $2 or $3 if I had bought them like McCormick's in the bake aisle. Got some white potatoes. If you don't know, they are the lowest calorie potato per pound. Also picked up some of these select sweet tomatoes for a Greek chicken bake, I believe. I can't remember. I'm making a bunch of stuff this week. Also some eggs, some strawberries for some roasted strawberry banana bread. I'm very excited about that. I picked up some more of these low carb tortillas. These are delicious and they are huge. Like they're like burrito size. So I'm going to be using those for my chicken Caesar wraps this week. Also got some green beans, some boneless, skinless chicken breast. I picked up some Garlic Lovers pasta sauce because these don't have any added sugar, and we're going to be doing some baked ziti. Also picked up some romaine hearts. These are huge. They are stuffed in this bag. I picked up some Italian style turkey sausage. If you can buy it in the like tube like this, I find these have better flavor than like the Genio Italian sausage. I don't like the Genio Italian sausage, or any of the ones that I get over in the meat department. Like they have these over by the breakfast sausage. Also picked up a lemon for that Greek chicken bake, some unsweetened applesauce for that banana bread, a red onion, some olives. I ran out of avocado oil spray. I needed more drumsticks. Trying something new. This is cookie dough, but like with chocolate, and also it has brownie in it. Same amount of calories as my cookie dough ice cream. These are some more of those milk chocolate coconut chews. Nikki and I were going to share those and we totally forgot about it. And then back there in the corner, I have some cavatappi pasta for my baked ziti. So that's it for my grocery haul. As always, total will be here. And that does it. Okay, just taking a look at our menu for next week. For breakfast, we're going to be making some roasted strawberry banana bread that I'm going to eat with some sausage. And then we're going to do chicken Caesar wraps for lunches. And then dinner, we're either going to do baked ziti, which won't be ziti because it's cavatappi, but same difference. And then a Greek sheet pan chicken. And then on the weekends, we eat leftovers or we go out to eat. And that is that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the cooking video next week. Hey guys, so we made it to the end of week 28. So that's 4 doses of our semaglutide compound. Basically about a month in-ish. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of a rough week. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I was planning on crushing up the, I crushed up the semaglutide pill this morning, or on Monday before I put it underneath my tongue. And kind of while I decided to walk around and while I let it do its thing, and while I was walking around and doing stuff, I kind of swallowed part of the pill whole. And I kind of, the rest of the week, I was really, really struggling with, especially on Wednesday, I was struggling with feeling like the compound was not working at all. I was starving. I was super, super hungry, like all day, every day, starting like Tuesday or Wednesday. And I am PMSing, so that could have something to do with it. But I wasn't getting the full feeling like I was before. So I was just struggling this week, a lot. I kind of started to fall into what felt like, a bit of a mild depression, which, I mean, if you've been around for any length of time, I know I've told you guys before that I do struggle on and off with feelings of depression and stuff like that. For the most part, since I've been on the Wegovy, it hasn't been an issue, but every once in a while it'll kind of come back. And this week I definitely was struggling with some feelings for the first time of just wanting to give up and just feeling like it wasn't working anymore and feeling like I wasn't doing well. And I just, like I said, I was just hungry. I was hungry and I was wanting to eat, and I have a feeling it was because of the fact that I swallowed some of the rapid dissolve pill whole instead of having it dissolve underneath my tongue. I don't know if staying on the pill is a great idea, just because I have kind of an anxious mind. I have that tendency towards like feeling like I'm not doing things completely correctly, or like that I'm doing something wrong. And I'm wondering if there aren't too many variables with the rapid dissolve tablet for me to feel like there's something that I'm doing wrong, whereas the subdermal is literally just put it in and it's done and there's nothing else to worry about. So I'm gonna have to think really hard about that. I feel like it would be irresponsible of me not to use the rest of what I have, so I have a couple of months to decide. But I'm just kind of, I keep going back and forth wondering whether that's the better thing to do. I think next week I'm gonna try completely crushing up the pill like to a powder and putting it under my tongue and seeing if I don't do better with it that way. In terms of non-scale victories, I did notice, for whatever reason, I don't know what made me think about it, probably a conversation with Nikki, but I realized that I haven't had reflux in a really long time. Like I used to get acid reflux and like heartburn really bad at night when I was trying to go to bed. And I realized I haven't had that in months. And so that was awesome because I used to hate that. In fact, I have Tums in my bedside drawer because I used to wake up in the middle of the night with just like bile in my throat. And so I would take it in order to be able to go back to sleep, but I haven't had that in a really long time. I will say, in getting to my results for this week, I was very, very pleased that when I stepped on the scale, I actually lost 2.5 pounds. So if you've been there for this full month, it's been very up and down since I started the Semaglutide, and I'm not really sure what's contributing. I mean, when I was on the Wegovy, I had weeks where I lost more and weeks where I lost less, but it was never like gain, loss, gain, loss. In fact, for the entire first 4 weeks on this drug, I've only lost 5.3 pounds. And when I saw that number, I got even more discouraged. And then I sat down and looked at my history, and I realized that on 1 month when I was on the 1.7 milligram, I think it was my second month on the 1.7 milligram, I actually only lost 5.4 pounds, but that was also the month that I went to California. So it is really discouraging to see, and most especially after coming off of that month on the 2.4 milligram of Wegovy, where I lost almost twice the amount of weight. It's hard to look at that. Again, I'm just going to need to take a breath and realize that not every month is going to be great. Not every month is going to, am I just going to lose tons and tons of weight? I still lost more than a pound a week on average, which they say 1 to 2 pounds a week is good, sustainable weight loss. And so I just have to remember that I'm still above that number. I'm still doing better than a lot of the people that I've seen in the support groups. It's just really hard after you see a month where you lose, over 10 pounds, and then I fall to only losing 5.3. That was a little rough for me. So it's going to get better. Everything always does. Things go in cycles, right? So I'm looking forward to next week and just trying to get in a better headspace, and I'm sure it's going to be good. So I hope you are having an awesome week, and I will talk to you again and see you in the next one. Bye.